All right, so today we're going to look at graphing equations that are in point slope form. The warm-up here is kind of reviewing what we've done the past couple of days. It says, what is the slope and what's the y-intercept and the zero? So reminder that the y-intercept and the zero, what are you focusing on the table? Like what pieces? The points that have what? What was that? You said it. What is it? Zeros. So you're going to look at the ones with zeros. All right, one of them is your y-intercept, and the other one is a zero. Now, your zero is looking for what? What's another word for zero? The x-intercept. Remember, these need to be the same thing. These are the same thing. All right, so which one do you think 0, -4 is going to be? Do you think that's going to be your x-intercept or your y-intercept? It's the y because the number's in the position of the y for our coordinate. So this is going to be 0, -4. All right, and then for our 0, that would be our 2, 0. All right, so anytime they ask, just put them in coordinates. I know sometimes we've written only the number. Do it in coordinates. That way you're used to seeing it that way. Bless you. And then if ever the multiple choice answer is just the number, you at least know what number it is, right? Because it won't be the 0. All right, now for the slope, what did I tell y'all to do with the slope when it came to the table? What do I want y'all to use? The y2 minus y1. So if these are my 2 points, what should we plug in for our y2? -4, okay, so I would do -4 minus 0. So there's your y2 and your y1. What would be your x2? 0 minus 2. 0 minus 2. All right, so this gives us -4 over -2. Divided should give us 2. That would be our slope. All right, so what are you putting in your answer boxes? You're going to put in what's boxed in here, what's boxed in here, and then what's circled here. All right, those all go in the answer box. Graphing linear equations and slopes. We're going to graph a linear equation in slope-intercept form. So here's some steps if you need something to look back at once we're done. It says determine the slope and the y-intercept from the equation. Plot the y-intercept. Remember, always begin with the b. Use the slope, which is the rise over the run, and that will determine the second point. If it's positive, move up and to the right or down to the left. If it's negative, move down and to the right or up to the left. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to look and make sure it's in y equals. Is it in the right format? Is it in y equals mx plus b? Okay, if you need to, just kind of write it up on top. You just want to make sure it looks like this formula, because this is what we're graphing. That's the slope-intercept formula. Does it look like it? Yeah, okay, so then what's in place of our m here? What's in place of the m right here? A -1, good. So we're going to write -1 there. And then what's in place of our b? 5, good. So you're going to write +5 there, so just +5. Now, if you look back to that box, it says on step 2, plot the y-intercept. Always start with b. So where's my b? My b is at 5. All right, so if you need to, you're going to put plot first. That's the first thing you do. All right. So on the y-axis, this is your y-axis. You're going to go ahead and plot the 5 first. So I'm going to plot my 5 first. I'm going to plot it right there. Your slope is -1. So -1 over what? 1. Anytime it's a whole number, it's always over 1. All right, because it's a negative, I'm going to go where? Down, and then go to the right. Once you have those arrows, I want you to go right next to it and then do the opposite. So instead of going down, we're going to go up, and instead of going to the right, we're going to go to the left. Because technically, these are both correct. You do go down first and then to the right, but then to get the points on the other side, we just go in the opposite direction. If we do this correctly, all of our points should line up. Okay, so I'm going to do the red direction first. I'm going to go down 1 over 1. So I'm going to go down 1, over 1. So I'm going to make my point here. So I'm going to go down 1, over 1, and I'm going to make my point. Down 1, over 1, make another point. And I'm going to keep going till I hit the end of my graph. Okay, that's going down 1, over 1. That was me going down to the right. Okay, let's try this one. Go back to the y-intercept. Let's go up to the left. So from here, let's go up and then to the left, and then we should make a point there. Now, if you do it correctly, they should all line up. All right, and then once they're all lined up, go ahead and just connect them with your ruler. Once they're all done, you want to connect it with your ruler. All right, let me get my ruler. Okay. Hopefully yours is better connected than mine. All right, and then that's it. That's all we're gonna do. We just have to make sure it's in y equals form. Yeah, okay. All right, let's look at the next one. All right, so the next one, is it in the right format? Just double check. Y equals mx plus b, is it in the right format? Okay, what's in place of our m? What's in place of our m here? -3, good. What's in place of our b? It should be -1. So we have -3 and then -1. Remember, you're going to graph this first. So graph, bless you, graph first. And reminder, that is your y-intercept. So that's going to be on the y-axis. All right, so on the y-axis, you're going to graph -1. Now, your slope is -3. Anytime it's a whole number, what did I say? Anytime it's a whole number, what are you going to put underneath it? One. You're just going to put a 1. Always put a 1. Because -3 divided by 1 is still -3. Always put a 1. The reason you need that at the bottom is so you know what direction to go, what second direction to go. All right, if it's a negative, am I going to go up or down? Down to the right. Okay. And then if I went down to the right, I'm going to go where? Up to the left. And I'm doing them in 2 different colors so you know what directions we're going. So we can get the points on the other side of our point. So this one, look, I want you to look at this one. I'm going to do the red ones first. I'm going to go down 3 over 1. So I'm going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3 over 1. There's my point. But you see how no more, the points won't fit anymore if I continue? This allows you to go the other way. This is going to allow you to find points on the other side. So I'm going to go up 3 to the left 1. So I'm going to go up 3. So 1, 2, 3 to the left 1. 1, 2, 3 to the left 1. And now you have several points to connect. The reason, because she asked, why do we have to go the second set of directions? I know with my geometry kids, I give them graphs where you're only allowed to go one way. So you need to be able to fluctuate and go both ways depending on what graph is given. All right, and then once you have that, using your ruler, let's go ahead and connect those. And there's your line. Now, this is important because we're going to get to inequalities, which we're going to graph as well. And we have to be able to graph, okay? All right. Oh, don't know what happened there. Let's see. All right, let's look at this one. All right, and again, it helps you to write it up on top. Y equals mx plus b. All right, what's our m here? 2 over 5. So I'm going to write 2 over 5 there. 2 over 5. What's our b value? Positive 2, right? So we're going to put positive 2 there for the b. Which one do you graph first? The b. All right, so I'm going to make a note, graph first. All right, and this is going to be on the x-axis or y-axis? Y-axis. It's on this line. All right, I'm going to graph a positive 2. All right, look at your slope, though. Do I need to add a 1? No. Okay, let's find our directions. If it's positive on top, do I go up or do I go down? Up. If it's positive on bottom, do I go to the left or to the right? To the right, good. All right, you got your first set. the next set of arrows go in the opposite directions. So instead of up to the right, you're going to go down to the left. Okay? So let's do the first ones. Up 2 over 5. So up 2, 1, 2 over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's all that fits. So the more points, the more accurate your line is. Okay? So let's do the next one. Let's go down 2 over 5. So down 2 over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's all that fits on this graph. All right, and then just connect your points. You don't have to do those bubbles. I'm just showing you my counts, okay? You can just count with your pencil lightly and then make your point there. Okay, let's do one more together, and then I'm going to have you guys try one without me. Ready? All right, let's do one more together. So y equals mx plus b. What's our m value? Good, negative 1 over 4. I apologize for that. I thought it was the highlighter. Negative 1 over 4, good. And what's the b? 3. Good, all right, let's write that down. So negative 1 over 4 and positive 3. Which one do you graph first?
3.
The 3, good. All right, and that's on the y-axis. All right, negative 1 over 4, what directions am I going? Down first. And then to the
Left.
right. Down first and then to the right. Okay. Look at the second one. If I went down to the right, I'm going to go up to the left. All right. So starting at the point, I'm going to go down 1, right 4. Down 1, right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make your point. All the fits. Okay. Next one's the same thing. It's up 1 over 4. Up 1 over 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and then we make our line. So these next two are special cases because they're 0 and undefined. So look at the equation if I have it as y equals mx plus b. What does this one not have that's listed up here? The m, right? There's no x. You're looking for the x. Is there an x down here? Okay, so you're going to go ahead and just cross that out. You're going to say, okay, my b is negative 4. So that means your m had to be what? If there wasn't one there. 0. Okay, so that's only because they're both y equals. If I cross out the mx, the b does match. So the way you graph this is you're going to put the negative 4 on the y-axis, right? Because that's how we've been graphing, right? Same thing. This is first. So you're going to put on the y-axis, you're going to put a 4. It has to go through this point. And I'm going to stress this because even my advanced geometry kids get this confused. Yes, it's a negative 4. Thank you for correcting me. I was trying to get to that next piece, but thank you for correcting it, Emily. Yes, negative 4. Fraber, you could have told me. I knew Fraber saw that mistake. All right, so our line has to go through it. So do you think my line going through this point, should it go sideways or should it go up and down? Okay, right, because there's confusion. Your line has to go through this point. So some of you are going to think, okay, go sideways. Others of you are going to say up and down. If I go up and down, what am I tracing? The y-axis. Is this, does this say y-axis?
Yeah.
Is that what this says? Does this say y-axis? No. So that means your line has to go sideways. It has to go through all the points where the y value is negative 4. So like this one here is 1, negative 4. This one is 4, negative 4. This one is negative 3, negative 4. This one is negative 5, negative 4. So this line is including all the points that have negative 4 as a y value. So again, if it doesn't say y-axis, don't trace the y-axis. You're going to go horizontally. You can also think of it as, well, if the y goes up and down, the line must go side to side. Find a way to get that memorized in your head, though. Find a method. I have kids coming up with some interesting methods. As long as it works for them, you go with it, okay? So the reason I say that is because look at the next one. Again, these are special. This one doesn't match my format. Right? Is it even in y equals? No. So because it's not even in y equals, this is automatically undefined. I didn't mean to write it there. I meant to write it here, but we can go ahead and put it in both. Because there is no y-intercept. Y'all can just cross that out. There's no y-intercept. Okay, so that means you're going to graph the 5 on the x-axis. So on the x-axis, you're going to graph the positive 5. Okay, kind of think of the last one. I didn't say x-axis, so you're not going to go sideways or even think opposite. If the x-axis goes side to side, my line must go up and down. Okay, only up and down. Now, only up and down through that number, whatever that number may be. So, special cases, let me come back because this didn't move with me. Okay, special cases. Only if there's a number. Only if there's a number are they going to be one of the two. It's either going to be undefined or 0. Y-axis goes up and down, line goes side to side. X-axis goes side to side, line goes up and down. Just try to remember those. Okay, to finish up, let me have you guys try. Let's try these two. Let's try just A and C. That way I can give you more time on the homework. Let's just try A and let's try C, okay? So walking around, some of you were doing really well. Some of us were getting confused with a little bit of things. If I put y equals mx plus b, what was your m? 2. Your slope is 2. Your y-intercept is 6. Now, your slope, if it's a whole number, you just put a 1 underneath. That's all you do. Reminder that when you're graphing the y-intercept, when you're graphing this first, right, because that's what you graph first, you're going to put that on that line. Now, when y'all did your arrows, if it's 2, did y'all go up or down? 2 should go what direction? Up and then to the right. Okay, but look, can you go up 2 and then right 1? No. So this is why writing the opposite directions is helpful. We're going to go down 2 now to the left 1. So down 2 to the left 1 should bring us all the way to here, all right? So our line should look like this. Another thing I do want to point out.
Miss,
Yes.
I think the top area is wrong.
Which one?
The up to the left. What you put right here, miss.
Oh, what I put here? Up to the right? Up to, so it went up 2 because it's positive?
Oh,
And then right 1 because it's positive. And then once you have that set, then these are just going to be the opposite of what you had here. Okay? All right, so one thing I want y'all to check. Please check this. If your slope is positive, thought that was the highlighter. There you go. If your slope is a positive, make sure your graph is also a positive. Just make sure they match. All right, because if not, it lets you know that we graphed it wrong. All right, with this one, what's our y-intercept on this one? What did y'all pick? What did you pick here, Brianna, for the y-intercept? -5. Emma, what did you pick for your slope, Emma? C. -3/2. Does the slope here do we need to add a 1 on this one? No, because it's already a fraction. All right. Remember, you're graphing on the y-axis. So we're going to graph this at -5. All right. Now, what directions am I going? I'm going to go up or down? If it's negative. Down. And then I'm going to go to the right. Now, guys, if y'all haven't noticed, the bottom's always to the right at the beginning. It's always going to be right. This one goes up or down. This one's going to be right. It's when we change the signs that then we start going to the left. So instead of going down to the right, we can also go up to the Up to the what?
Left.
Left. All right. So from this point, at this point, I cannot go down to the right. My red arrows will not allow me to put points in, so I'm going to follow my blue arrows. So I'm going to go up 3 over 2. So up 3, 1, 2, 3 over 2. 1, 2, 3 over 2. 1, 2, 3 over 2. And you just do as many as you can till you fill up your graph, all right? So don't just do 2. Don't just do 2, because later on we're going to graph 2 lines, and that's not going to allow you to find intersections there, okay?